be all there too,
Your line,
which is
All right.
floatable like that.
We're back after lunch. I guess we'll start with, I know before lunch we had been jumbling around with some numbers and you guys spent some time, so maybe we dive into those first and see what we got.
Am I able to share my screen?
Yeah.
Because that
I think you can just push up.
Take that out.
I don't know what that is. You just click on that.
it's connecting. It's, yeah. So it's connecting.
Maybe.
It says it couldn't connect. It could be, I have some security on here or
You
something.
might wonder, you have a USB-C up here?
Like a USB. Oh, like that.
I don't know if you do or not.
Yeah, I do.
Try to plug that in. It should broadcast up there.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
That's
Okay.
the other thing I turned over.
There you go.
You can push that button on top of it. See if it'll do that.
If you can't get on there, maybe you can email that to Jan.
Okay, yeah, maybe I can do that. Oh, there it
There we
is.
go, there we go.
Okay,
I should have told you all, go ahead, you're wrong, that's how much we've made.
so
Yeah, I just had.
the first column, column A, is where I think you're gonna end in 2025. So now you can see that there's no negatives except for Riverboat. But the other ones, we cleared out the negatives, so that's good, you know. Column B is the estimated receipts for 2026. So if you look at the general fund, we're estimating almost 9.4 million, but right now your budget, now I heard you make some changes, so I don't know what your new budget is as we sit here right now, but this morning, the beginning budget was 14,337,000, not 490. So,
Which some of that, I think, is, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jim, but the sheriff does his in like duplicate. So he puts it in general, lit public, and lit safety.
I know he
or lit
divides
special.
it in those
I
three,
mean,
but
you got three
he has, is it
Ah, he
completely
puts the whole
duplicated?
It is
thing.
advertised, yes.
So it's advertised completely in all three.
We should make it as, why? Well, because the council.
Well, that way we have the
Yeah.
ability to either fund it from general
Yeah.
lit,
Okay,
special purpose or lit public
So
safety.
once you
That's
take
fine.
that out, it brings you back.
you're out of balance right now at 5 million. The negative 3 million is just if you want to end the year with zero. But if you want a balanced budget, you wouldn't, is there $5 million worth of duplication? I don't
Well, if he
know.
does it, instead of, almost $5 million budget down the street.
Yeah, it's probably close.
Not too far from it, yeah.
It's probably close.
All right.
Which, I mean,
So-
it makes it that much harder to figure out, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think either way, we're still,
Then we're ending the
best case scenario, you can shoot for zero.
Yeah,
ending the year more than what we thought we had.
yes, right. And then the lit special purpose, you're out of balance with receipts by 1.8 million, but that's another one where he, budgets. out of-
And every year we bring in about the same, about 1.3
Yeah.
in it.
Right, right.
But his budget for the jails, and that's one we gotta look at here in a little bit, and I'm hoping you can help with that.
Mhm.
Because just jail operating expenses alone is like $3 million. And so they advertise it all in lit special purpose, but that throws the whole
It does, because
thing.
it's hard to figure out what,
When in reality, I wish we would just advertise what we bring in, because there's nothing in there.
Jennifer, when she emails you that, can we get a new copy of that?
Yeah.
yeah, here, I'll.
So we can do away with this one here.
Do you want
Yeah.
to send it to my email?
Or-
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
The only thing is, Kim, it'll print in color on mine. You'd probably like a color copy.
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't wanna cost the county any more money for color.
you know what, we're paying for it anyway, I'm not trying to say,
I know, but
that's part of the contract.
it looks better.
Yeah.
It's easier to.
Easier to follow.
Follow, yeah.
But yeah, so I know the lit special purpose from advertising standpoint, I know it's upside down. And we're gonna have to look at that one pretty hard here in a little bit. Because some stuff has to move around in it. The Q Bridge, it's good. Cume Cap Development. It's all upside down too, right? Is that what you're saying?
Human capital, well, it's got, it is upside down, but there's capital in there. I'm not too
Cash
worried
in
about that fund, but the problem is you can't fund everything you're asking for. I mean, by 321,000, so you're only bringing in 172,000, and you're trying to budget 661,000. So yeah, that one's can't be funded as proposed.
Bridges at the highway department.
Oh, you're talking about Q Bridge. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about CC.
Q Bridge is.
Q Bridge is fine.
Yeah, ambulance, I think is fine because their ending cash balance will be quite a bit more than what you got listed up there. They'll end the year, what did Nick say, you'll end at like 1.2?
Because he's not gonna spend his whole budget, or?
Nah, he never does.
Oh, okay.
He has good income.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does, and I
I mean,
updated his
feel-
income because he is bringing in more than he did last year.
I feel that he's in a fair point. Our health department, I don't know on that one. They got some drastic cuts with that
I
Health
know,
First Indiana
I know,
budget cuts,
so the council could give them more property tax, but it'd come out of general, and I don't think you wanna do that. So here's what a lot of health departments are doing. They're having to make permanent cuts, because that Health First Indiana was just supposed to be a temporary thing anyway. So if they added personnel and they can't continue to fund that, they're gonna have to
Well-
think about,
Brittany said she's had enough this year to remain all of her employees,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Send that.
no, I haven't said it yet because they keep talking to me.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine,
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine.
But
Yeah, I'll say
next
that.
year, she's, we're not gonna go for it next year. but
if you don't want that up there, you can just push the
Okay.
button and I'll say.
All right,
I don't know if you don't want your email for everybody in the world to see.
oh, I don't, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not either, I put it up there all the time. But, and I mean, I know that, and me and White talked pretty in depth about this, and it's not favorable, but I think our health department, much like she said others are, knew whenever they got that grant money and they added positions, if they weren't sustainable, they're not sustainable. Now, if you empty out every fund that is setting just to get through 26, I don't know how fiscally responsible that is either. Whenever
You're responsible.
you know good and well that you
Job
can't
came
afford
from grants, the grants will be done next year.
They added 3 positions
So
out
the
there.
grants are sustainable for one more year or not? Just
No,
the end of
they
this year?
got-
she has enough money for one more year.
So they were
So
supposed, they
we're having
started,
to pick it up.
they started this
We won't be
program
able to.
with the state.
But that's
Yeah.
what they want. I
Yeah.
assume.
They started this Health First Indiana program with the state, and you had to buy into it, and then it was gonna be a match thing, and it was supposed to be a 5-year projected thing where they would stair step you into funding. Then at the end of that, somebody else would do something, but 1 year in, and the governor got elected and said,
Yeah.
so they cut, what, $150 million out of that
They-
program?
Yeah,
I mean, it's a drastic cut. And so she's pretty much back to square one. And the problem is that overall entity went from, what did we fund her, like 300,000 or 400,000 to close to $1 million is what it went to.
They've got 3 fairly newly created positions out there. We need to look at cutting 2 of them, try to salvage 1. If we use all the funds that they have available right now, she can keep all of them this year. But then,
The end of next year, on the first next year, good for her.
Yep.
She knows that too, right? I mean, I
yeah,
assume she has.
well,
Well, she said she was working on a grant, but she doesn't even get the grant. there's, this board here is not gonna be able to sustain almost
She knows
$600,000.
that.
I mean, it's not sustainable. And then not only that, but
I assume we've been talking.
if you have, if you have, what you do, you have some kind of funding mechanism this year, but it's literally using money that's in a savings account to cover you for this year. Well, then you're not gonna have any savings account from here on.
So, I mean, should we
But
cut
if
it this
she-
year for next year,
But
or
if
just
she
are
does-
waiting to see what's gonna happen and just stop it?
It needs to be cut.
That's a decision we gotta make.
Well, that's what I'm saying, if we got the money for this year, and,
But
but she says she's gonna get the grant.
But the hard
If we're
part,
gonna get the grant, that would pay for it regardless, wouldn't it?
but the hard part about it, John, is she doesn't get the grant, then she's used her, her savings.
Her
Reserves, and then she's still gonna have to get rid of people, then it's gonna be a drastic cut next year.
Yeah.
Instead of this year. I mean, I'm like John, I agree that, anybody don't wanna lose a job, but I think a couple of cuts, myself, I think that'd be a thing that needs to happen.
I think are a must.
I thought that she said that she had to use the grant money up this year. That's why I wondered,
I think she said she had the money.
okay.
She just was gonna use like the old COVID.
Yeah, I don't, we'd have
Things
to
like
call
that.
and get her back in here. But
Thank you. I should have told you, Brittany.
That is weird.
So how much money
You're
are we
like, man, I don't
talking
care
about?
which company, just don't call me late for supper.
How much money are we talking about there?
They're almost over $500,000.
Just for 2 or 3 positions, or what?
That's how much she was cut.
But that's all been paid for by grant before.
As of this year, it's a new grant thing, and then when the governor came in, he
Yeah.
cut it.
And she don't have an idea if she's gonna get a grant or not. She's
She's gonna try.
Right, but,
Good luck to her. Yeah.
right, absolutely, but I don't, how long do you leave people in limbo?
Well, they need to, I hope those people know this is a possibility. I mean, she's talked to them or not about it, I hope so.
Well, it's just like every other position that's created by grant money.
You know, anything
And then when the grant goes away,
to go for the local government to pick it up.
yeah, we don't have the money.
Yeah. And it's a shame, because there's good programs there. And,
And get people.
All right, so you all ready to dive into sheriff department stuff? Let's go through it and try to figure out what we do and don't do. And I'm gonna try to stay down here for the most part, so that I can make notes, cause I usually steal them from Heather.
Are we going to sheriff jail or?
Well, the way it is just, it's all advertised in one big bunch, so.
The jail first thing,
I'm gonna put up here, this is the agreed order for 2025 that we agreed to, so that we can, because we don't really have a budget per se. So I'll put the agreed order up there, that way we can compare 25 and 26. I think they're pretty close from just skimming through them, but we can go through it line by line, look at it. And I will say, nothing from the agreed order is set for 26. 26 a blank slate, but as we all know from trying a quarter thing, that didn't work out so well. So I'm willing to open to ideas and suggestions, but
and I'm not questioning what you're saying, I'm trying to think, I don't have the order in front of me. But I think it was like, give incentive, it didn't say to do it, I think it said, like, you could use this.
that's what they wanted in there. We removed that night we came in here. So
Okay.
to my knowledge, according to Heather, and here's the order, we're gonna skim through it, it's all right here. But,
Do you guys have printouts of that, or do you want them?
the agreed order,
I like to have a copy of it.
Like, have a copy of it?
but there is nothing that I know of for 26.
Maybe I'll
wording
check
on
on
the
the
other.
I think we said that he wouldn't probably take any less than 26 than what he did in 25.
He
I
said
think,
that.
I think we made that statement here, but, we'll have to see what his budget was.
Yeah,
But also, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, if you're cutting everybody else, as long as it's reasonable, I don't know what you got.
What's in
I mean, I guess he could file an mandate.
Yeah, I'm
on
sorry,
it.
guys, she said the agreed order was in the binders already.
Okay, oh, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, I see it, yeah. Good, good.
Well, I think we need to start just like we have
What-
the
what-
last
what other
2
day?
years. Go through basically line item by line item, you know, the sheriff's salary is set.
And it doesn't
Stay.
change. It stays the same at 110, 108.
Yeah.
That's not 10% or anything on it.
Chief deputy does not have to be a certain percentage of anybody.
No, it does not.
And
Well, no, they're, no,
I thought in the
I'm
matrix it said it was
I'm saying
65%.
I'm seeing what they are
Say
saying,
that.
the 60% of the sheriff's salary. And is that law or is
That
that
is not
something
law.
they do?
That's just
I always
something.
knew it was just the sheriff's salary.
It is. It is. Now, I will say that pay matrix that was enacted in 25, unless we amend it or remove it or whatever we do with it from 25, it has a statement in there saying the chief deputy and the jail commander are 60% of the sheriff's.
65.
Is it
That's what
I think it
65?
moved to 65 in this new one. It had been 60.
And now it's 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
But I got the impression that it was explaining like it was the legality of it.
No, there is.
I wanted
And he's
that-
fought that all along and I've fought right back and there is no law
I
that
have,
says that.
You know, when I
We've
know
checked it.
those.
Yeah.
the
You're
sheriff-
right.
I have zero intention of voting for that pay matrix.
I thought that was in the order.
It is for 25.
25,
Oh, you mean from this, okay.
and we're working on the 26 budget.
Well, let me say this, that's good. But we still have to sustain those salaries for 26, don't we? We don't have to give them the extra, one point, whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we have to, I don't know if we have
I
to.
don't know that you have to, but I
We
think it would be distasteful to lower
Yeah, I agree with that.
to go back. I think,
Yeah.
you know, if you wanted to remove the pay matrix and keep what's budgeted here, I guess you could do that. But the hard part's gonna be figuring out like this deputy's line. You know, we're gonna probably have to have Jennifer dig in through payroll, figure out what we're paying out, cause he only is budgeted
Person.
11 deputies, right? Is what the county pays for.
Then we have 3 more lower on.
I'm not sure.
I think that was the agreement we had a while back, but I mean, I don't know. And then the question of the narcotics one, I think somebody said there might be a contract coming on that.
That's what I've heard, but I haven't seen it yet.
So salaries are gonna be something we might have to look at more, but
I believe we could go back and take each person and figure their salary at the matrix, like it would it be, and then you can decide if you want to do that at the matrix.
or what it maybe look at 25 versus what it would be if we kept that.
No.
Is that fair to look at? I mean, I know he said he would know no matter what, but
Yeah, but he says no, and that's.
what do you think, John? See if Jennifer can put those numbers together.
I'm
Yeah.
pissed off right now.
I just worry-
I do it too.
My only fear is like $610,100 sitting in that line. Like, is that high or low or right on where we need to be? You know, I think the only way to verify that would be through your payroll clerk to pull that and see 25 or 11 deputies, we pay this, 26, it would be, and then see where we're at. Because he's not requesting much of any, and that's a 10% increase right there. But if they're only going up 1.5%, why would you have to increase 600,000 by 10%? I mean, it'd be quite a bit more money, right? Realistically, I would think. The chief deputy, it stayed the same at 71.5, that's 25 budget. The matron, that I'd say is a 10% increase request on that.
Who's doing that now?
That should, I can, used to be the law,
Minimum deputy
that would be
salary,
the equivalent of that.
minimum of a starting deputy, it does. That is a law.
Who's doing that now?
Your guess is as good as mine, buddy.
I don't know.
I think it's Ray Dawson is the matron.
He went to
He's
SR.
He's at a school.
Well, actually, he did see that, so. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I
who
don't see
knows?
anything new. Yeah,
Because he can't pay a matron out of SRO fund, so. And then I heard the other school, Johnson School, has Lonnie up there, so what's that doing for our SRO? Cause he's a
I don't know.
reserve.
I don't know.
We don't get paid for those.
I know. But we're still charging the school for an SRO.
But we won't be, no. And that's one of the things, that's why, to make sure we're trying to get these numbers, because the last two that I sent over, they're like, and they're way off, but I didn't realize they were. So we're trying to go back through and see who should be on there and who shouldn't and whatever, because we're not clear on that like it should be. So
Yeah. That SRO program's just been a disaster for a long time.
it's not easy to manage. It takes a little effort.
So on the matron, are we leaving, I guess we really don't know unless we know if we're keeping the matrix, because that would only go up 58,365. It would only increase 1.5% though, right?
Which budget we taking this out of?
How much more money we talking to get the matrix?
I don't know, again, Jennifer.
I mean, you know,
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
if we do the matrix for them next year, again, how much additional, an idea how much more it costs?
I can get that.
I'd be curious, that'd make,
Okay.
I mean, make me understand what I'm up against here.
Let me go in and see how long it'll take Trina to put that together. If the matrix, if we continue with the matrix, each person will go up a year, how much will that overall
I think it's
cost?
1.5%, isn't it?
I'm thinking that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, let's just, for the time being, to move along, how about we skip down to overtime? $70,000 is what was requested.
What was it last year?
70,000, all of these are the same, 75 in part-time and 70 in overtime. Are we keeping those the same?
Well, I assume it was all used.
I can, hold on, I can
We
get
don't
there.
have anything to drop on this
Yeah,
account.
you know,
I can get there. Cause we could pull the location budget and see
You
what's
can.
used, right?
In some of those, there's gonna be one of those, I think, that is negative because we haven't done a reappropriation of money.
And another lit. Back all of these over and go sheriff and jail. I think that's it.
What's it pay to be on the merit board?
oh, it's about $300 a year, every 6 months or something.
All right, part-time sheriff deputy, it's nothing in that budget. This is where it gets interesting. That's lit, special, part-time, that's jail.
That's $2,000.
Part-time sheriff deputy. So there was $75,000 was the total appropriation, and he's used 39,000 of that thus far.
So they're on target for 75, pretty close, or in that close range, wouldn't it be? Let's just say 40,000, we got 4 more ones left.
I mean, and you know, probably towards the end, they're gonna get
More, probably.
busy. I mean, they got 3
Well,
deputies.
usually, honestly,
2 or
right
3
now,
deputies
it's
leaving right now.
usually- I'm sorry, go ahead.
They got 2 or 3 deputies leaving now. Somebody's gonna have to fill the road.
Who wants to leave?
I don't want to say right now, but I'll tell you later. I don't want to name drop them in this camera in case they're still in the process of getting there. Please. Sir, how are you?
Good. Just put out fires.
Good luck with that. So we leaving the 75 on that line?
Already that 40, that's only another, like you said, Christmas and everything else, it's gonna be.
All
I
right.
think so.
And then overtime, if you guys had a question on it, I think.
Well, and the deputies that were 610,000, what they have last year. right?
That's what she's working on that right now for us. Overtime,
A lot of moving parts there.
he has had $150,000 in overtime. That's the jail. Where's the road? Sorry, stand by. 70,000, and he spent 89,490 in overtime.
Yeah.
So far.
Well, do 70 then. That's better than what they, I assume he had to come in and ask for more.
Yeah, but she's.
Merit board has to be 2,000
a few
I
jobs.
think that's.
for the,
3 down.
Oh, okay.
Part-times
We've already sent some stuff to the printer.
for advertising jobs. So I can't talk to Kenley about anything?
Well, just let her get done and when she comes up here.
All right. All this stuff, wait, then.
The overtime comp save was 11,000. They've used 2,500 of that. There's 8419 in there right now.
And basically that's time and a half.
I think that's like if you accrue comp time, you can turn it in for pay,
Yes,
is what that
and it's
is.
like if they leave and there's still comp time there,
They
from
get
our state,
paid.
that's what's.
Oh,
Leave it at 11.
leave it alone.
I agree.
All right. Investigator,
Who's investigator now?
no idea, buddy.
Doesn't matter, does it?
I seen people out the other day. I don't even know who they are. That's jail. That's jail. Was there? Let's see. It was at 56,660 currently, and they spent 25,000 of that.
I would leave it at exactly what it was this year.
I mean, that's a salary, yeah.
So we hold off on it till we hear what their salary, if we're gonna do a pay matrix or nothing on
Is
that.
the guy the investigator, or are you using that money to overcome his overtime?
But I have no idea. Training and investigation, $10,000. This is a mess here. It was 10,000. I haven't touched it. It's still 10,000 sitting in there. Leave it or half it.
Yeah, if they're not using it,
5,000 on that.
that's fine.
So we gotta know about basically the deputies and the.
And she's working on it right now.
Okay.
Cause then I think the decision will come of the pay matrix question. 'Cause like John said, we need to know what that's gonna cost.
Yeah, exactly.
And what about the merit board? What's that, 2,000? Is that what they paid?
Yeah,
on the
that's,
board?
I think that's what it has to be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's-
Personally, I hope we get to keep it. We'll see what the numbers show. Yeah.
Office supplies had a total appropriation of $17,346. They spent $7,800
They're asking for 15,000.
for 15,000.
So let's share the data, how much, 8,000?
Give them 10.
So 10. Yeah, they've used about 8,000 roughly.
We'll spend about
$1,000 a
a
month.
month.
We'll give 12,000. That way they got enough for the end of the year. I mean,
12 is a reasonable number. It's coming close to what they're spending.
yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Fuel,
We're going 12?
yeah, if you like it, I like it. Fuel
You're
was
making a mistake.
81,137. They spent
Wait a
42,000.
minute, that ain't what I've got.
I know. Well, there were 70 and then there were some additional for 11. So this year he had 81 and he spent 42. There's $38,000 sitting in there. So
I think the 70 is gonna be right where you need to be at.
Mhm.
So he's requested 70, so.
that's it. Leave it.
Yeah.
Tires and parts he's had $108,281.25 so far. And he's got 57,000 left. He's asking for 76,000.
How much have they already spent again?
He had 108,000 in 25, 108,281, and then he spent 57,000 so far.
But now he's only asking for 76. I'd say that's a fair number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safety supplies. This is the one that got moved around, wasn't it?
It's been moved around and added to and deleted and.
Some of the stuff's hard to find, but I'm getting there, I think.
Well, and I don't believe in the amended order that, or in the agreed order. I'm not sure he asked for safety supplies. Oh. No, he didn't ask for safety supplies.
I thought they said could move to the jail.
That's maybe what they
Am I
did.
dreaming that, or, because there was nothing in the agreed order for 25 for safety supplies, it was 0. If it was 0 on what he was willing to take to court, 0 ought to be good for 26.
I agree with that.
You talking, which one line you talking there?
Safety supplies in the jail or in the sheriff's side.
There was nothing there for last
In
year.
the agreed order that he sent to court, there was nothing.
Zilch.
Postage. See if I can find that, dude.
That's the price.
$1,500 and they haven't used any of it.
Really?
Nothing.
Take it to 1,000.
That doesn't sound right. I mean, I'm sure.
Now
it's
they
right,
have
but
it,
that
they
doesn't-
have it in the jail side too, I'm sure. Hold on, let me go look.
Probably.
Let me go digging.
Well, and it doesn't look like he's posted any, or he didn't request postage
In
on
the
his
order.
jail side.
I don't see any other postage.
What would that consist of, John?
Well, the reason I think it's important is he's talking about, we've been doing this stuff in the courts about mailing everything out, first class or certified.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Yeah, if that's what he's talking about.
But that would go through the clerk, correct?
That's what she told us, because she wanted $6,000 for her
You're right.
postage to go up.
Yeah.
So what if we just cut it in half? If he hasn't used any, we're more than halfway through the year. We'll cut that in half and we'll go from there. Is that fair?
$750.
Printing and advertising, that's the same thing. It's $1,200 and they haven't used any of that.
Just cut it in half then.
600.
Uniforms.
He had 10 he put 10 last year on there.
What was in the order? Yeah, it was 10,000 in the agreed order. He's asking for 25,000. So of the 10,000, there actually ended up 12,000 in the account. He spent 5,000.
I'll be honest with you, I just think you go back to what last year's order was 10,000.
So 10,000?
Yes, sir.
You still got a fund in there, so.
That's what
Alright.
last year's budget was?
That's what the
And they spent 5,000 of it so far.
equipment repair and maintenance. This is the one that gets kind of screwy too, isn't it, Jen? The equipment repair.
Yeah, towards what equipment?
Because I think it was meant to be used a little bit, or and maybe in our mind, I shouldn't say, that we thought that was building repair, but it's not.
So when they were in here, they said 120,000 would cover building. So what if we just changed this equipment repair line to repair and maintenance and put 120
Well,
on
this
that
is the
line?
sheriff though. This isn't the jail.
True. So what's in the sheriff's side, he only had $4,600 in equipment
That
repair.
wouldn't fall into, that wouldn't be vehicles. would it?
Or radios, would that be radios and things?
It was
like
only 4,600 in the agreed order.
I mean, it could always be chairs,
46.
bunks, and things like that. so,
5,000, just split.
But would that
split
be that'd be in the jail as well, wouldn't it? Not the sheriff.
Yeah, it would be, yeah.
I
So
just think you just cut, if you only have 46, just put 5,000 on there, give them more than you had last year, I think.
Okay.
that. So equipment repair, you want to put 5?
that.
Fine.
Ma'am,
Drug buy fund
I'd
is
keep that
under,
where it's at.
it's under an ordinance. It has to stay. with that.
Yeah, I think it needed anyway.
The Department of Toxicology, that stays. That's a,
I assume that drug
Contract.
testing, isn't it?
no, that's the breath test machine contract,
Oh, yeah.
$1,400.
Yeah.
And that's the only one in the county.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a preset.
He's got
Radio repair,
new- He's got new ones, does he need radio repair?
I think we're paid enough in that, in my opinion, my vote, but
But they're new, they ought to have a warranty on them also. Now, they probably got some old ones too, I'm guessing, but,
that would only be
I mean, we should have an
Sheriff's.
inventory, I don't know if we do it or not, but,
$1,000.
yeah, I don't care. I mean, I'll do whatever you want on that one, I just.
So where do you-
We're getting an inventory,
$1,000.
then we'll go look and see that stuff. 1,000?
Yeah,
Okay.
The software, I'm guessing that's a contract of some sort, right?
But I'm not.
Because it's the same amount as what the
Was
agreed
last
order
year.
was.
just leave it
Ben?
alone.
that been spent,
Let's go look. Good point, John.
or maybe the ones that
I
you.
actually think,
So it was,
I'm thinking on that one, there was a little bit that wasn't spent. Well, maybe.
well, they had 19,840 in there
Yeah.
and they spent 10,815, which is what he's asking, is what was left. So they've spent 9,000. I'd say just put
Leave
the
it alone.
10,815 back, because it might be a contract,
What's that?
software.
What we're going on, I'm sorry.
Leave it alone.
10,815. You guys wanna put sheriff cars in there?
I'm not.
I'm not. If they want cars, I think we treat them like anybody else and they get approval from the commissioners and then they come get an appropriation from the council. But that's an easy 140 grand that we don't have to tie up in a budget.
I agree.
I don't. I don't mean, at least, I don't know, like, I don't remember ever in the history of my time, not getting summoned in cars to sheriff's office. Now, generally, it's 1 to 3.
But I also agree that during your time, you had a better relationship with the county and you hadn't bought cars and entered into contracts without.
But I did buy some other commissary.
Right. And he has that right.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got stuck pretty hard with them Ford trucks with a bunch of
What's the
lies.
car cost now?
You can't buy cars.
I mean,
Durango is
Sheriff,
32,000, something like that, maybe 42.
probably 42 for a Durango, 52 for a,
at least leave a couple in there. Just me.
where you at?
You don't say whatever you want.
I think it's 6 one way, half a dozen another, because we can put it in there, and then, like you said, it's kind of locked to them. But what if they don't need it? But at the same time, they still have to come before the commissioners to even get access to that money, correct?
Well, what
Or
happened?
I'm sorry, to enter into a contract with a police car.
Yeah, what
So
happened
they
in
still
the
have to get permission regardless.
past was, he went to the commissioners. He sat there and said, the question was asked, do you have it in your budget for these cars? He said, yes. They entered into a contract and then he didn't pay the bill. He paid the 1 year and then the next year it wasn't budgeted because we didn't know about it. It got into a big pissing match over them and didn't pay the bill. So then it came before us saying they were gonna be repossessed, which was a straight out lie.
Right, I get
We
that.
repaid that.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, like if anybody else needs a car, we don't budget it for them. We tell them to go get whatever they want, get it approved by the commissioners, come here, and then we fund it if we have it.
And I think our last thing too was that,
Which, that's what I'm saying, these have to also be funded by, approved by commissioners as well, correct?
It's supposed to be, yes.
So in theory, wouldn't it be no different?
I can't say it never was done that way in my time, I mean, it was,
I
but.
think the last time we talked about vehicles too.
Yeah, things can change.
I might be wrong, but I think we talked about getting one from the school, one from his commissary, then we'll, one at one time.
Yeah.
That was maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, we had a conversation.
Yeah,
But like I say, but that's never happened.
Right.
And like I said, I think, that's up to y'all,
But my stance is if an officer needs a car, they need a car.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would disagree with that. However, I also understand that, you know, we're pinching pennies here. And if there's 140,000, but they don't need a car, that's 140,000 I don't want to get spent unnecessarily because, well, it's there, we need to spend it, and next year they'll take it.
What is his budget last year? Do you have a budget for?
And the agreement, it was
140.
140,000 we had to put in there, but
Yeah.
there's 98,993 in it right now
That's because you took
because we took money for the radio.
Mile was where it goes, been sure they got them ordered. And not,
He can't have them ordered for 26.
yeah, you can.
I mean, he can, but that's his own.
I know, but I'm just saying.
My fear is you decide that your last year as sheriff, you want to drive a brand new, nice, fancy Tahoe and you go buy one of them and your deputies don't matter. Now, if a deputy needs a car, I get it. But I think that is where we control the funding and you go to the commissioners and you sell them on whatever you're buying, get their approval, then you come to this body and get the money. And I think that's just how cars should happen, not only for him, but really for everybody.
Things probably changed, but it never was that way. Mine, like before, once it was budgeted, you could spend it, the sheriff's commissioner had a title.
Okay, so you're saying it, before, when it was in that line, you didn't, the permission was already given, basically.
Once you
It's
do the
there.
budget, to move
Yeah.
that, just like if you do, give them so much money for equipment repair.
Yeah.
In the jail, you don't have to run the commissioner and that's
Mhm. Well, once again, I guess my thing goes back to this is I 100% think deputies need cars, period. And they need good, reliable cars. But at the end of the day, my concern is once again, $140,000 that you're putting in a line for them to spend. What if they don't need to spend it? In all honesty, we know how budgets work. People's mentality is, well, if I don't run this dry, they're gonna sit here and do exactly what they're doing right now and go, well, how much did they spend last year, JR?
All I'm asking for a couple.
Right.
Not $140,000 worth.
And I'm fine with buying cars if we have the money, but. I
Well,
think it
and we
should-
may
I
have
just
to come
think it
back to that.
should go to the process of getting them approved from, because the commissioners have had their own issue. I mean, the fact of the matter is our sheriff's department currently has 45 vehicles.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think they told them, you need to lower that fleet before you get any more. My fear is you put 140,000 in there and like you said, hey, send me 5 vehicles.
He's got plenty opportunity. If he wants to buy a vehicle that's not in his budget, he has got commissary to buy a vehicle.
And of course, the issue there, we don't know what's in it.
This year, with what we're looking at here, we either make some cuts or we're gonna borrow money to fund this budget with.
Well, he's still
I'm
got
gonna
90,
make cuts.
he's still got 90-something thousand. If he wanted to buy 2 cars, he's still got that in his budget for this
So
year.
my concern is, and I've said this before, it may be on order already.
And that's,
And in that case, we're gonna pay it.
I mean, he's already got 90, I'm saying he's got 90-something thousand.
just
in his
right
budget for
at
this year.
100,000.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying he may have them on order.
And I
And
think,
the bill just ain't been paid yet.
Well, you would have to.
I think
You'd have to go on last year's budget to buy them.
I know, but if he got them ordered,
but I think in the realm of things nowadays, like back when you were sheriff, it was probably, you wanted a car, you bought the car. Where now they do all that lease to own stuff and you enter into a contract
is
and pay
different,
lease
yeah.
payments and then you get it at the end.
and I think you're right. Is that what they're doing to lease
I
now?
think that's the
I think
only,
that's
that's the only
what
way
they did
I've
with the
known.
trucks.
That's the only way I've known them to buy any since I've been on this
And I
board.
believe that would be an agreement. I believe commissioners would have signed an agreement. And have they agreed to it?
That throws a
Not that
wrench
I'm
in
aware
there.
of. Not that
Because I
I'm
thought I
aware
had an idea, because like, example, Scottsburg City, they rotate 2 cars pretty much every year religiously. That's just how it is. You get 2 out, put 2 in. And I thought, well, with the fleets, I mean, as far as paid road officers, it's about comparable. So I was gonna say, hey, if that's the case, just put enough in for funding for a couple to rotate those 2. But at the end of the day, with whole leases and that throws a wrench in the whole thing.
And I just don't have enough trust with our sheriff that he's
Well,
gonna spend this money for
that's
everything.
where we were trying to get to with the sheriff, is basically like we have with EMS, to where we could rotate through. But when you decide single-handedly to overspend your budget by $3 million, now we don't have the money to rotate out. You know, we're about forced to drive them out till the wheels fall off of them. And this board ain't the one that done that.
What are we doing with this?
Yeah.
And it's gonna top 140K in a budget that maybe you'll use, maybe you won't. So where are we doing? I'm a 0 on the line.
So you're assuming they're $40,000 to buy a car, right?
That's not outfitted, that's just a box
Yeah.
car.
46 probably not, but I think, I mean, if it's 10,000, I think.
It's probably
And
another
I
10,
don't know if we
15
need
grand.
them. If they replace them, they can put the stuff from the old car in. Well, that'd be his problem, not
Been
ours.
drinking the
We
Kool-Aid.
just need to know.
They can do that. They all gotta have brand new.
In my mind, I just need to know what the cost of the car is.
Yeah.
Not the outfit. And
And I would say-
even in my time,
I'd say in the
2010,
40,000.
we were paying 23,
Well,
24,000.
he's saying that he has to have trucks, he can't use cars. Well, a car would be $10,000 cheaper.
No, 100%.
And I'm not disagreeing with that, but the commissioner's got to intervene on that one, I think, or like you say, we just cut it out.
And I'm just
don't
saying,
feel comfortable not giving a vehicle to.
I'm just saying, remove
I'm
it.
on the fence, because as long as we can guarantee the deputies that need vehicles get vehicles, I don't care where the money goes.
And
But I
I think,
just don't want it to get in a situation where it's, the deputy is being hurt because
I think that
of
could
money's in the wrong place.
Yeah, I think that could happen.
Where, emotions get high and somebody says,
Of course, the truck's going.
doesn't allow something and the deputy's one that suffers.
If you look at the 3 years that I've been on this board, that sheriff has never one time ever come to this board and asked for anything that them deputies needed, and we told him no to it. Not one time, not once. Now,
I mean, if that's the
if
case,
he
then
comes in here and says, I need 2 new cars, and we got the money to buy 2 new cars, I'll buy him 2 new cars.
We went to bat for
But
the
now-
ones out of ARPA, the 3 new ones they got out of there.
Done that myself.
And I called and said
And,
yes on it too, and I voted for it.
Well, anyway, guys, mine is for 2 vehicles, $40,000, whatever they are a piece. You guys know where you're going.
Mine's
what's your thought, John? You want to pull it, you want to leave
mine's
it?
a leave it out and get a contract approved for what you need and then we fund it. Because then we have options that maybe instead of it being funded out of general or whatever, you got public safety happens to have money in it, you can pull it from there.
Some things, but,
There's one with 60 on it, 27.
and mind you, that's dealer price, that's not.
Yeah, your price.
It's not the price.
The Charger's about 35,000, the Durango's about 42,000, and the pickup truck's about 50,000.
Where's the Dodge?
What's the
Charger,
vehicle you're
63.
Like a Durango, the SUV, the Dodge, it's like 42.
I would go for the 80,000 or 82 or whatever you're thinking, but vote me down, I don't care.
What are we doing?
I'm
on-
gonna give you
I don't
my
care.
opinion,
Somebody
I'm gonna
throw-
give some.
John, you ever give us your opinion?
Well, I don't know.
We're all wanting to give something to make them operate, I think.
I agree.
I agree with that. I agree to give him something to operate with. But
I say if you give him 80, that's
I'm
still
not-
60,000.
I would go
cut.
to a vehicle like you said, but,
If you give him 80,000, that would still be a $60,000 cut.
I think
In my
so.
opinion, then
I'm
if
good
he
with
needs
that.
it, he's got it. If he don't, then,
My only fear is you go buy 6 vehicles and pay $80,000 in a lease payment, and then you're gonna have to fund it.
and then he's got to answer the commissioners if he does
And,
that.
and I'm worried too, they buy them, like I said a minute ago, I'm worried they buy them regardless of what we do. And then.
I agree.
That's scary.
Well, that goes back to what I said earlier. That's with any department.
Yeah.
It's, hell, you can cut them to pieces, but at the end of the day, the way that the track record is, they spend it to back where it was anyway.
Anyway, I'm for the 2 vehicles thing, whatever it goes.
I'll go 80 on it,
That's
just to
what
say that he's got something in there.
I,
We cut it 60 out of it, so that's 60 we got.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The
That-
jail, let's look at that.
We don't know about the salary yet.
Right.
Jail commander, we don't know salaries again yet.
Was this lit
We
special
skipped
purpose?
through it. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, some of it will be. Office supplies was 9,000.
Yeah.
And he spent 5,000.
He's got 5,000, he's got 5,000 now.
What was the agreed order on jail? Bear with me a minute.
5,000.
5,000. How the hell did he get 9?
Probably transfer money from something else.
Yeah. All right, so we leaving 5 on it?
Yeah.
Institutional supplies was this year, well, the thing says 70, but there was $82,904 in there, and he's got 41,000 left. So I
You
guess,
talking institutional supplies,
yeah, I guess we leaving 70,
how much you say has been spent?
41 out of 82, or 83, really, 82,904.
So he basically cut himself by going 70 already.
That's good.
Fuel, 30,000.
I assume that's to transport with,
Yeah.
It's supposed to be.
I mean,
Because there's
that's
no
what
way
I think,
that's-
but there is usually a certain amount of fuel inside that.
Well, I mean, between that and the other one, you're $100,000 in fuel.
Yeah.
But he spent 27,000. No, he has 27,000. He's only spent $7,750.
For fuel? Half it.
Can we take it 15?
I like it. Medical and dental was supposed to be 35, it's at 43. How are none of these numbers right?
You know, I'm guessing that's a contract he's got with some company.
No, he's got dental here, then he turns around, he's got dental services down here, the line number 3.
I
So,
don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
hey,
I know
Ken,
that's probably just a doctor.
Kenley, do you know why? Like the agreed order is supposed to be 4.49, but on Lao, it shows him at 4,838,000.
That's because of the invoice.
That 24 stuff that was in there. So they gotta come out and roll over or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's got about 4.8.
So in medical and dental, he spent 24,000 so far.
Just leave it 35.
Yeah.
Contractual services, let me go look at that one. It was only 15,000.
That's what he got here.
Now they're asking for 35,000.
It says 15 on mine.
Mine says 35.
That says 35. Line number 3.
Maybe I'm
Yeah,
not-
but again, I don't know sure what it is, but I hope if you said it's been
Maybe I
spent,
got the wrong paper.
there's so many contractual things.
So there was only 15,000 and they spent 9 of it.
So
So they got $5,700 left right now.
Leave it at 15.
I'm okay with that.
Transport expenses, I think they stay at 10.
We got 2 different papers here.
And that's like, you know, what is
Picking
that?
people up and-
That-
Okay, I got 25
Feed them
budget, that's why I know.
I think it's like if you have to call, if I arrested you in New Mexico and had to ship you back here,
Yeah.
transport
So
fees,
you
I
can maybe
think
pay the transport company.
company do. Yeah, because we don't sell
Yourself
people
or-
to get them.
That's probably reasonable then.
And I think that's what it has been. That's what it was in the order, 10,000. Inmate meals, it was 304,000 before, now it's asking for 328. Spent was
Yeah.
331.
28.
They've only spent 184 and you're 9 months into the year.
No, 15,000.
No way.
John, help us here on this one.
You're talking about the
Inmate
meals.
meals,
They used to figure that out. The state allowed you to spend so much per meal. When I was there, it was actually a number you try to keep over who you can make money off of.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, though, I think that's a number you have to spend per inmate, per meal, per day. And then you multiply down the inmates you expect to have.
my vote is
And
to go back to what he argued for in the agreed order. 304,000.
304,000, I'm okay with that.
And then the other one's 303, the medical service right below it. And we're
Now,
on,
wait, before we go there, that was, and I'm okay with doing that, okay?
How much
I
is he
mean, that
spending?
was the number for this year.
On that 304, how much money has he spent so far on meals?
184.
He's only spent 180 out of the 304.
So it'd be annualized about 276,000. I did it by 8 months, we're not quite.
Right. I mean, yeah, it would
Well,
put you,
yes, it'll-
There's not a whole lot of leeway on meals and stuff.
I mean, that, and there ain't a whole lot you can do with it. They haven't transferred any money out to anything, so
It'll probably be maybe close to 300,000, maybe.
304 on it.
I think they got.
And the medical is 303, which is what was in the order. And I mean, they've only spent, well, they spent like 285 right now on it,
So how much was they spent?
285.
So how much you want to put in there?
Well, in the agreed order, it was 303,000.
Sounds good to me. 303?
What did you say, Travis?
Dental service,
Traveling, transport expenses, we left that alone, didn't we?
yes.
Yeah.
The dental service was $7,000. That was in the agreed order and they haven't spent any of it.
Well, then there's medical, dental, up there on the line above.
Well, that's what I.
I don't understand that.
5,000.
I don't know why you have two with dental.
We got no
But
more.
then just throwing this out
Sometimes you
there, I
left
have
a
no
year before, and maybe you just left it in there and got it or something. I mean, that happens.
It could be
Yeah.
that, or is there, No, never.
Could it be the dental service and bring like two patients?
I was thinking maybe they had some kind of an insurance plan for the inmates that, I don't know.
But they
And
haven't,
maybe that's what one of
they
them.
haven't used any of them.
Usually you just hire a company that's comes right in the jail and do it.
Well, being as we've got medical, dental in one place, I don't see no sense in having it in a second place when the second place ain't had a dime spent out of it.
I'm with you on that.
So you got zero that one?
Wait a minute, wait, rewind.
7,000, the dental service for 7,000.
I got you.
Yeah.
What,
Cause up
the other
above,
one's supplies. Would the jail have to provide supplies for medical or dental? Like, do they need to have
They might, but
gowns, gloves? Cause it's in supplies as opposed to the other ones are services. So if it's a medical and dental supplies, I just didn't know if the jail had to provide certain things.
Or is that 7,000 the company you pay to come in and do things for
shit, I don't know. My wife would give them an
But they
ass.
spent zero.
They spent zero out of the dental
them
service.
out of the 7,000?
I say, well, put that to 500, and if they need it, then at least it'll still be in the line item for them.
How much?
500. They're not spending nothing out of it.
Okay,
I mean, if you're not closing that service, you just.
I'm writing it down.
I mean, don't you think that, I mean, if you can zero it out, if you zero it out, it's gonna take it away, right?
Yeah. Hospitalization, 35,000. What was in the order? 35. What has been spent? 8,245. There's 26,000 in there.
But you don't know.
What's
That's
gonna
4
happen?
more months, you don't know what somebody gonna
That is
do.
a hard one.
That's a hard one to try to cut, I think.
And that's also one that you use in the moment. You don't know what the next
Well, I
day
mean,
is gonna bring.
God forbid an inmate ends up in ICU or something. That could
And
eat
they
that
do
up pretty quick,
Yeah,
pretty quick.
get hurt in the jail or something.
HIV, I think that's standard. We put 30 in it and then we usually change it as needed.
Utilities, 260,000. You got,
Yeah, what was it this year? It was like 225, wasn't it? Two,
260.
250 is what was up here. What have they spent? That's one that got all kinds of screwy though. It's gonna be hard to figure that one out. No, not really. 225 to total of 280. They've spent 138.5 so far. So if
for the
we're,
last year's budget,
if
250.
we're 8 months into the year, we spent 135, 508.5. That's roughly 15,941 a month. So 191, 292 is what roughly it would be. So I think 250, 225 would be reasonable.
What do they have on their agreement last year?
250.
And I'm backing up. Where you at? You
On the very, very bottom.
Very bottom utility.
Back Very bottom.
So if you take 250, that takes 10,000 off of it, and they still have a little bit of wiggle room.
And that's what the.
Because how much they spent 130,000 so far on the $250,000. So you
Yeah.
got 4 more months left, so you probably,
I mean, I'd say you'd be in the 190,
$190,000,
$200,000
so if you do 250, that gives them a little bit of budget room.
We don't have no budget room, it's a problem.
Yeah,
How much did
I'd
you
go
say?
225 myself.
Or 225 is fine too.
225?
Yeah, that's a savings.
That leaves them, according to our calculations, that leaves them still 30,000 cushion.
Yeah, 20 to 30,000, yeah.
All right.
But you don't know if it's gonna be. Was it there? You don't never know.
You don't know, yeah, you always get.
Repair and maintenance is the one that I think is supposed to be,
I highlighted that because Jerry said you could give that all to Eric and let Eric take care of everything. But now is he just gonna call people and send Eric the bills?
But they have to have some maintenance over at the jail, guys, because 2 o'clock in the morning on a 100-degree night, AC goes up, they're gonna call somebody. Is that not right, John?
I'm an evil person, but that don't cause me a lot of grief.
Oh, well, I'm trying to make up a bullshit scenario here.
How about the sewer pump quit?
Okay, I don't care, we can zero that out, and I have a big smile on my
Well, I
face.
think we gotta do something.
I think in good faith of what we believe to be in 25, that the sheriff shouldn't have handled maintenance, that we should put maintenance cost in his 26 budget.
And the question is, how much?
He said 120 is what he needed to do
And
it.
I'd say 120.
So, Kenley, can you make me a note? Can we change under repair and maintenance from equipment repair to
Maintenance.
repair and
Building
maintenance?
Building
Or
maintenance.
building maintenance, repair and building,
maintenance.
yes, please. And then we'll put 120 in there. All right,
Now, uniforms, he had, you got 75 for uniforms.
Now, and I'm asking a question again, because everything changes. Is that just to close the inmates, or
no,
No, that's
that's the
uniforms. T-shirts and stuff for
or
them.
they all try to close the inmates?
that comes out of that, institutional supplies, it's
Okay.
pretty hefty.
All right.
I'm looking here, bear with me. Uniforms was 7,500 and they spent $694.
Yeah, I say that's $1,500.
And here I'm asking questions again.
Okay.
You see, I know at one time he was doing a uniform quartermaster.
That's what he said, he was
Well,
still.
that's where I'm at here. He may only spend, but he may have to spend 700 to keep, I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out, why he would do that and not spend it. Is that something you used to spend $700 for to have the next year?
I don't know.
Have one shot?
I don't know.
I'm curious myself, because when I seen 7,500, I don't know how you uniform
20 people.
as many
30
jailers as
people.
he has over there for $7,500, much less only spending $600.
600. and-
I don't
I mean, roughly
know.
spent
I
700.
mean, that's
I'm
great.
having trouble saying no.
Well, my,
I agree.
don't know how they're operating.
John, how much
Right.
is your uniforms at the shop for a week? You
Oh,
know?
God, I ain't paid a uniform bill in years. I don't know.
I've heard
Well, I
that.
think,
How
I
much
think,
yours
I think,
I've heard that.
I think ours is like
The shirts over your kids are.
for uniforms.
But but they can't just sign on to a uniform.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but you,
Well,
I just
I would
want
like
to
to know, and I don't know if you can give it, I'd like to know how much they spent the year before.
In 24,
And that can tell you where they spent the whatever.
7,500?
Yeah.
stand by.
Stand by. We're going back in the future. 88 miles per hour, hit the button.
I mean, in all honesty, though, it's impressive, $7,500 would outfit all those jailers.
There's a lot of jail.
Whatever he's doing, I need to figure that out, because I need to pass it on to my guys.
If they didn't spend it in 74.
74.
or
Him, they
I'm
probably wore
sorry,
knickers in
24,
74.
Yeah, you are going back to the aren't you?
He
Wait
can
a
cut me
minute.
off there.
Come back this way.
I did say
You went
that.
too far back.
You went too far. I don't think our record to go back that far. He spent $6,805. No, that ain't right. He spent $694.58 in 24.
Wow.
That's not making any sense at all.
It doesn't.
$700.
Well, there was another.
I mean, if he's consistently spending that much, evidently that's all, you
I
know,
don't
but
know.
that's crazy.
Of course, there's another scenario, if you move it around 10 years and you're around something else.
Hey,
Oh,
look at the bottom number of our total
Yeah, that's what
appropriation
I
for
thought, guys.
24.
There's another uniforms line for $25,000. Is where it's at.
Where you see that at, John?
Back here on the
Oh,
first page
yeah.
of the budget. Cause we just cut it from 25,000 to 10,000, cause he hadn't spent.
Where you at, show me.
Oh,
on that first.
but that's lit
That was
special
police
purpose.
officers.
That's-
Special.
Well,
Unless
that's
You may
just
be buying
where
them all out of that.
that's just where they're paying for them from,
Right.
but these are uniforms for the.
That makes more
sheriff.
sense.
And this,
The $25,000 on the first page, he spent how much of it?
Well, it's less than 10,000, because we
So he's
just
spending
changed
out of
it from
different
25 to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes a lot more sense.
that's just.
But that's for road deputies.
Yeah, this other one is just jail.
But I bet they're going down to like River City or somewhere
They're buying
and
them
buying
all
the uniforms,
together.
and it's just one invoice.
They're buying a bunch of it off Amazon, because I said
Or
I
Amazon.
read all the reports off that one day.
But the fact is, it's spending a bunch out of this one and none out of this one.
What do we want to do with it?
I want to cut it out.
I mean, if it's consistent, $600 every
I say,
year.
just
I
think
mean,
$1,500.
$750 or something, or
$1,500, that's gonna
15.
be $5, you know.
on that.
Yeah, he's probably doing some excessive thinking to his budget there.
All right,
1,500?
the building lease
That's
bond
pretty
has
well
to
set.
stay the same,
Yeah.
$431,000.
Ain't that the one that goes up and down from year to year?
It does, but I think it's
I'm
headed
gonna be
back
honest with you, I
down
flipped
now.
back and lost my place
That's a
too.
jail.
We're on
That's what,
Right,
jail,
that's
Jail
lit,
payment?
but I don't
for
remember what line we're
for the
on.
new jail.
We're on the end of it.
We're at the line payment right now.
Tomorrow, the door back.
Well,
Same last
it
night.
goes up and down.
That's gotta stay the same. That's the law.
Yeah.
And it ain't a lot, but it does fluctuate for some
But we
reason.
gotta pay that.
Right.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I better get that. Oh, and he argued about that.
All right, that's it on that one. So,
So how much do we save from what budgets got all that good? That's it.
so,
Yeah. Oh, you got, you was doing the payroll, right?
so we'll have to figure out, what comes out of what.
Somewhere else, I'm sorry.
And I can help you with that, but I'll need to know what the total of all this is. You guys just cut 130,000 out of that fund. So it's a, what special purpose?
Okay, so just take the bottom line of that, yeah. Okay.
So what's the jail budget done?
No, we still gotta go over the
Payroll.
salaries, yeah, payrolls.
Okay, so there's an email sent, that says to the commissioner from Adam, that at the dispatch center, they need to pretty much appoint a new interim director, as well as hire 3 additional full-time employees and 3 part-time employees now. Ain't even the close of business yet,
3 more clips.
I guess.
Wow.
It's like the fire department bill, though, wasn't it?
Be like the EMS, when they ran their director, it was worth the crap off. All
Are
right,
you saying then we got stuck with Nick?
now Nick's the
Go
one,
ahead, say it.
Nick's the one they ran on. And then they had to get him back.
Nick's done a good job.
Yes, he has.
I think he's done an excellent job.
I was just trying to get Jay Hardly mean to him, that's all.
Me too. Well, me and Nick didn't always agree, but I agree. We agree now.
Y'all got to do our own, these guys.
I don't know, where's my Heather? Doctor pay.
She's got her tooth all done by now.
Whole face is glowing by now.
I could have pulled that tooth for her Saturday. Been a bit, man.
Everybody's got some good advice.
I'm sure everything you got's fully sterilized.
It was, put off, put some stuff on it.
run over that toolbox.
You knew what to snap on.
Grab that little towel and wipe that off a little bit.
We can cauterize the toilet. Good hot screwdrivers.
I
A
bring
little settling gas on it, getting nice black soot.
Kinley was working on the numbers and what she seems to think, so you said those numbers were pretty close with it at 1.5.
Yeah, I mean, it's, if everybody makes 1.5% more an hour, that bottom line is just gonna go up 1.5%. So I think 600 went to, I think 600K went to 609.
I was gonna say, he's got 610, 100, and the sheriff.
But of course, that's not hiring anybody else.
Do we know how many deputies are working over there right now?
I got
And then,
I'll get that.
so if we stay at,
Well, how much of an increase was it?
About $10,000, 10,100 is what, that's what he's put in there, and that's what she said.
And I'm talking jail and sheriff.
So let's
We're,
just share.
we're looking at just the sheriff number here, but yeah, if it would be the
Take
same, it should be the same.
all of the salaries
About 20 grand.
out of the jail, what
Really?
we went through just now is right at $1,600,000.
Okay,
So you could put 1.3 of that in lit special purpose.
yeah,
then we would have to move
Wouldn't have to be part of it.
300,000
It'd be a
to
little more.
something else, general or probably general, because public ain't looking too much better.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go to 1.4 even. I mean, it's pretty close, but,
It'd be pretty tight. Yeah, we brought in a little bit more
Yeah.
this year.
so.
You guys hear that?
1.2.
So not counting salaries for the jail, everything else we just went through is 1,600,000. You could probably put like 1.4 in lit special purpose. So I'd leave you with $200,000 to put into probably gonna be general, I would say, for 26, plus you gotta figure out salaries. So, and that line alone is $1,491,628. So
Is that sheriff and jail?
No.
That's just jail.
that's the jail. Just the jail.
Well, that, just the jail portion would fit in lit public safety. Because your total receipts are 2.7, and I backed out the dispatch, EMS, and prosecuting attorney, so what would be left is about 1.5 for the sheriff / jail. But if you're saying the jail is a nice, 1.4, that would fit in there.
Then you gotta move 200,000 to general, and that takes care of the jail. And then all of the sheriff's department itself goes in a bond, ultimately.
Oh, and not fund anything out of general then, right?
Then you would leave your general realistically, right?
It sounds like it, yeah, I mean,
That sucks, but I think that's probably where we're gonna end
I
up.
mean, yeah, I mean, if we can get to,
I have 15 full-time jailers, 11 part-time, and 20 deputies.
We don't need that.
Full-time, right?
It's talking jailers, oh, 15, jailers.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
15 full-time, 11 part-time jailers, and 20 deputies.
So only deputies.
And I'm saying we're only talking about full-time, so we should be talking about
15 full-time, how many part-time?
11.
But
11.
the budget's only for 11 deputies.
That counts, maybe that's counting jail.
What, hey, there should, how many, is that part-time and full-time, road? Cause this is jail.
We only have one part-time deputy.
I think we're gonna be lucky if we get the full.
You got 20? How the hell is that possible? You only budgeted 11.
She said that was counting all the,
Sound like some people's getting ready to get laid off.
We don't do it at Christmas time.
It ain't Christmas unless it's Christmas in September.
I mean, I don't even.
There's no way.
I'm
No
not
way.
even.
There's no
I mean, that's gotta be resource officers as well.
That would put it at,
We're gonna get the 1.5.
That's counting resource officers.
so there's 3 of them.
counting Jerry
Alright,
and
so
the people under him.
2 admin, which is sheriff and chief. Hold on, not before I freak out here. And then 3 SROs, that's 5.
That'd be right.
And then there's
15 road officers or road deputies, that's about right at it.
There's only budgeted 11.
Well, you got the 3 SROs.
That's what I'm
Well, they
saying.
already added those.
You take 3 SROs, 2 admin,
Thought you said 16 deputies total.
is that 20?
She said 20.
You did wrong.
15 and 11, I think, was the 15 full-time
That's
jailers
the
and 11
jail.
part-time.
He's way over on his people.
Sound right. I'm with you though, I mean, I thought there was like 16 or something.
That's what I thought. I thought it was
We're
about
supposed to be
comparable.
16 with them.
Supposed to be 6, it should be 16 counting him.
Yeah.
Cause it should be 11,
And don't they get a reimbursement from the school on the
3.
SROs?
Yeah, 3 positions then. Well, there should be 11,
And they
Right,
reimburse.
that's what we were talking about.
11
should be
paid
total
guys,
16
You might have been in
road
there.
deputies and that.
3 others.
You only got one, you said you only had one part-time employee right now
15,
for the jail,
16.
for the road?
Yes.
Wow.
And that, how does the Morgan's officer fall into that? Is that all still part of 11?
That might be under 16.
She does know those numbers.
God, what do we got here? Big look at my phone anymore. I think he don't know what you just said out.
So who? Kevin Huber ain't back full-time over there, is he? I thought he was part-time.
I don't know him by name. Was that the part-time person, Kevin Huber?
And Jamie Royce is listed on here as full-time. He don't even work there anymore. Kelsey Sizemore, she's there. I know she's there. Isaac Stevenson's there. Kyle West is there. Casey Rusher, Charlie Morgan, Chris Milligan, Sean Mayer, Gwinnett. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There, Toby. This Stephen Fry is listed as full-time. He's not a full-time employee either, and he shouldn't be getting paid that amount of money. That's not right. I don't. James Campbell's listed as part-time. How's his rate that? There's no way. That should not be what's the part-time rate for the sheriff? We just went through this not long ago.
So like I said, to me, I'm just worried about full-time. All the time I hate it. If we do it all. Or make them part-time.
Is it the teeny tiny print?
No.
I don't agree. Let them do raises over if we ain't able to go for the rest of the county. I'm sorry. That's the way I feel about it.
7,
Okay.
8.
I think we end up doing the final crunches, we're going to look at some of these things anyway.
Yeah. County, Jerry and Toby, there's 15 that I count here that I know are full-time over there. But I know for a fact on this list, Stephen Fry is not a full-time deputy unless he just recently been hired. He was always part-time. He should not be making $26.84 or $26.44 an hour.
Well, $26.44 is your starting pay on the salary matrix.
What's part-time?
The starting,
No way.
yeah.
No wonder we're broke. Good Lord, it went from like 21. Wasn't that what it was?
When we put that matrix in, big changes were made.
All right. So I think there's 15 counting Jerry and Toby full-time. Because Ray is counted as a matron. He's got his own separate line. If we're counting him, somebody is. I don't know who it is, but. And then I know these two are leaving, but we'll leave them counted as full-time for now.
Yeah, and the names aren't important, how many positions there are, you're right.
Right. I agree.
Alright. So we got 15 names, is that what we got, 15?
That's what I come up with. 15 counting the
Including
sheriff.
narcotic officer,
I don't know about that. I don't know.
or the mortgage.
I don't know who's doing it. I don't know about
Well, they just got approved, didn't they? They're doing a contract right now or something, the mortgage grant.
We're supposed to be getting a copy of this.
So that would be the one person we're not counting.
Could be that that one's it.
Yeah. And if they're, and I can't imagine them not.
But that's also not counting, I mean, I only know Barrett as a SRO. I don't know who the other two are.
West is Johnson, isn't it?
They've had Lonnie up there the last several days.
And even though they might be
Lonnie
on
Jones.
Ray right now, whatnot, I mean, I'm guessing they're just throwing people together who they get to be there right now, but there will need 3 certified. Should be 3 certified guys
That's
there.
what the contract says.
So that's what I'm saying. I think we have to look at 3 certified, not who's there. Because if Ray's there, you're right, we wouldn't have to count his money.
Right. Cause he's got a separate budget.
I don't know what they're doing, but all logic to me tells me he won't be there permanent.
And it says interim on his, on
Yeah.
that thing they posted.
So that's,
But how do you budget this?
you do your best guesstimate and go with it. I don't know any other way. I think you do that every year.
Here's the first hurdle. Are we doing the pay matrix or are we not?
I would be, well, like I said, my mind may change later when I see how off we are. But I'm for the full-time getting it, not necessarily part-time.
I can't
And I
believe
may
Park County
change-
got it.
I may change my mind.
That matrix gives the sheriff's department a guaranteed raise. And if I can't give every employee in this county that has not got a raise in 2 years a raise, I am not going to give the sheriff's department that caused all these problems a raise. That's just my look at it.
And it don't have to be the matrix raise either, it could just be some little something you wanna, if the matrix isn't, in the order for 2026.
It is not.
So, I mean, you know, I'm negotiable here, guys, I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, kinda like some of you guys, been emergency service your whole life, you try to protect them the best you can, but sometimes you can't do it. So,
Alright, well, you all hash that out while I calculate some numbers. Let me know what we're doing.
What are we doing now?
I'm trying to figure out.
The,
Well, we want to keep the pay matrix.
the pay matrix.
Oh, okay.
I think, well, if we're worried about a raise at all, I think we just don't say matrix no,
I think you're right.
and give, if you wanna give something, we can give something, or not.
I think on that, and I think John's right on that, is because we've not been able to give anybody in this county a raise for 2 years, going on 2 years. And I think if we're gonna do anything, I think we need to be across the board with everybody this year, as much as we can.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that's only fair, because there's a lot of people who works hard
Oh,
for
for
this
sure.
county, you know, and I think that, it's a
Well,
shame.
don't get paid for what they
And
do.
it's a shame that we can't do that, and that's just,
So you're thinking more instead of doing a salary increase, maybe doing a bonus of some sort?
if the money's there, I mean, that's the
But
only
it
thing
needs
that.
to be across the board.
Yeah,
Salary almost have to be the last thing we do here, I think.
Yeah, that's how we've done the last 2
That's how we did the last year.
If it's there, you hit it. If it ain't there, you can't.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the, you know,
And we've been lucky, we've had a lot of employees.
oh, yeah,
I won't say they understand it, but they appreciate their jobs,
oh, yeah.
you know.
Well,
hang in
it's the
there.
benefits that maybe keep them here.
Yeah, and that is important. So, and it's good.
Well,
Truthfully,
we're
from my
voting
perspective,
for
good
no raises for
And I
people.
mean, they give a lot of good flexibility, they've got good benefits.
It ain't like
That
we're
makes
getting raises
Yeah.
and turning off.
To hire
We don't
somebody
give raises
referral,
until we
replace
get
their
raises.
Right, right.
I don't care, I mean, maybe you ought to revisit that later.
Not counting salaries, the sheriff's department portion is $440,565.
How much is that? It'd be that,
440,565.
that's not counting salaries.
No.
That's on what the general,
That's general.
I don't know where that is, yeah.
That's from 2 down to the bottom of the page. Correct.
Yeah, from supplies to the back,
Yeah.
no salaries.
And plus it's the part-time deputy, the overtime, the merit board, the overtime comp saved and the training up at the top. That's figured in there.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So with that, I mean, I don't think you got an option but to go for a bond the vast majority of his budget to leave money in
I mean,
other stuff.
the thing is, like, and I don't know what the total, this happening everywhere is hard, but I think right now the total sheriff's budget is 4.8 million. But I don't know what was included. Was salary raises included in these numbers, like that matrix
The
thing?
original.
Okay, well, that's the problem, but, you know, let's say, I
His
mean,
this year was 4.49.
okay, so let's say it's, okay, if, let's say it's close to what this year's is, then you could probably fund this, but you'd have zero balance in your general fund, so no cash reserves. That's what worries
And
me, that, without doing a bond, I'm saying without doing a bond. You need probably about 3 million minimum in cash reserves, that's what we would recommend, that's minimum. So there's part of the bond, that's what I'm saying when I said, So if you absolutely don't want to issue the bond, you're just not going to have any money in the bank at all, which is going to be very hard because your cash flow is going to go way down right before June, and then it's going to drop again right before December. So
think
I feel
that's-
like you need the bond just
I
to,
don't think that's an option for us because
No.
what if something happens?
I don't think so either. I think you
I think
have
you
to do
almost
the
have to
bond.
take
No, you're fine.
the bond
So
thing.
if you do a bond, how long does it take? Say 4.5.
You'd almost have to do a $5 million bond.
I mean, every.
It's gonna be a property tax bond.
So it'll be a
A tax rate.
It'll be a
It's gonna be,
permanent tax.
it's gonna be a tax rate until it's paid off. I don't know if Jason's
Okay.
given you a term yet, like
Not
is
yet.
it?
Well, I was more worried
Okay, well,
about,
we
it's
can-
gonna be a bond to
We
pay
can
this bill.
structure it.
And then we have to turn around and raise taxes.
This would be, you'd be raising taxes because you would have to put on a special debt service rate,
Yeah.
property tax rate, to make payments on this bond for
But-
however
but
many
it-
years, I don't know.
I'm not totally with you here. Is that a permanent tax forever?
No,
till
it's till the
bond's
bond's paid off. It's just until the bond.
So that would be then we're gonna have to turn around and raise taxes anyway.
Well,
This isn't gonna get us by a year.
To sustain.
Well, you can't just raise taxes because you're limited by the state.
Okay.
This allows you to because it's a bond issue, it's a special situation, it's a judgment. If you didn't have a judgment, you wouldn't be able to do
And
this.
I'm with you on that. I just don't understand
How
how
do you
it's gonna be a
sustain it?
1 or 2 year.
Well, it depends on
sustain
how
for
much how you structure the bond. And that's something we, Baker Tilly, can help with. Like, do you want it 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? It depends on,
And I think what I'm understanding from Paige is,
The longer you go out, the cheaper, the less
say
the
you,
tax.
The
you
cheaper,
you bond
yeah,
this amount,
the smaller the tax.
you gotta raise taxes to meet that payment.
Mhm.
But you almost need to understand that whenever the tax changes
Mhm.
and it comes to us, we're gonna have to set a tax rate to meet this requirement. So
Yes.
if you're at $1 to meet your payment, you're gonna be at $1.10 to be able to sustain this further out,
Mhm.
right? That makes sense.
Right, but
Explain.
you're not gonna be able to increase your regular property tax.
You're gonna do lit.
Yeah, you'll have to do that, right, that's
so
what I'm
you're gonna
saying.
have to do.
Yeah.
So we'll do a lit tax.
Not, well,
Well, I mean, you can do it
not
up
this
to the
year, probably, it'll
maximum,
be
Yeah, but-
427, right?
right, and we've already calculated that for you. It's not going to bring in, let me see how much, well, yeah, I guess you will benefit somewhat with that.
Counties over the whole state having this exact issue.
What?
Counties over the whole state gonna be doing.
Absolutely, not with the sheriff's department, no, but
The
with
problem is
the
that
funding piece.
we don't,
Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Are we doing just a bond issue just for the sheriff's office?
we're doing it because we got sued and we got a
Yes.
judgment to be able to get that.
Yes.
So then we pay his judgment and that gives us some kind of money because ultimately in 24, there was between $2 and $3 million spent that shouldn't have been. And so there's your cushion
So
that
there's something
she's saying we don't have.
What I'm getting here, if we get enough to pay his for a few years or whatever, the rest of the budget will be able to survive for the whole county.
The rest of our budgets are
Yes.
pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah,
good
you're
shape.
pretty
We
close
just
to-
need more there.
That would actually give us more money in reserves. by
Yes,
doing
it
that.
And that's how you see it too?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I would suggest that you issue the bonds. I know it's an increase in taxes, but if you don't, you will have no money in the bank, and I don't know how you're gonna be able to pay
Okay.
bills.
And what she said on the bond is, you can go 1 year, you can go 5 years,
Yeah,
you can,
We can
you go out
structure it.
longer, you can have a cheaper tax rate.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be paid back in 1 year. or 2
Yeah.
years. You can take it out.
Yeah.
So we need to figure out what the rate of the bond's gonna be and the time payment.
And I think that's-
And I think that's what we're working on
That's
at
what
Baker
they're
Tilly. I
doing.
think first we need to know if you wanna do it, and then we can start.
So it would be, when we set a year in for a few more years, say 5. So that would be 4.5 million this year, next year.
You're not gonna be able to, you're only issuing bonds one time, so that'll take care of getting your cash reserves where they need to be for this year. Next year, you're gonna be probably in the same situation, trying to figure out how to fund this. I mean, it's gonna be tight, but at least you'll have reserves.
Okay.
I guess the hope would be, what is it, in 27, that possibly he's not reelected, or?
We
when
can't be
is-
reelected.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't be, okay.
But-
Then you gotta try to get things back into order, I guess. I don't know.
Just me, I don't think we're going backwards at all. I mean,
I don't think it
Whatever that
matters.
4.5 is gonna be.
I think you could keep somebody pretty tight to that, but I think regardless of who gets in there, they're gonna say it's gonna have to be.
My experience with
Pretty
government,
close to that.
it goes, when it goes up, it don't go back down.
Yeah,
Um,
well,
But that
so
gives us the right to be able to cut next year on the budget time for the new sheriff to come in. So then,
you're just limited as a governmental entity as to how much you can raise. I mean, they could do another judgment bond, or, I'm sorry, they could do another judgment against you, and then that allows you to once again issue more bonds, so
Yeah,
I guess you,
so we have to pay the 4.5, whatever it is, and then make payments on that.
yes.
And we don't know what that's gonna be.
So
So
then-
we gotta put that into it too.
So then pretty much you're gonna have to take a local income tax to not only make the payment, but make a little bit more to
Yes.
sustain
Yes,
this
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my.
budget. That's
yes.
what's gonna have to happen. Because the sheriff has moved to this
They're
amount.
later gonna pay that thing off, and then they're gonna be back, but it's gonna drop again. So then it's all be up, you wanna start over, or just forever and ever.
Or, I mean, I don't think this budget's ever gonna go down.
I don't either.
I mean, you're talking the sheriff's department road. You know, maybe the next guy can do it without the part-time deputies. There's 75 grand he can cut
Everyone comes in, they do.
because they do their own thing. You could cut some overtime, that's 70,000. You know, there's some trimming that could be done with better management, I agree. And I think a different sheriff could do a little better, but some of the stuff you're not gonna change. You're not gonna change the contractual inmate meals at 300,000+, the medical service at 300,000. You know,
Overtime
some of
in
that
jail,
stuff
not changed.
is not gonna change. And
Okay.
you can't run that jail with no part-time jailers. I will
I
be the
agree with
first to tell you that.
I agree with you.
You can run the road without part-time, but you can't run the jail without part-time. You could, but you're
Well,
gonna have
even
to
the
hire
road
them.
part is without it, but yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, 6 people not working Monday through Friday, you could definitely get it done. That's a management problem, not a money problem. I gotta use the restroom.
And we just have to deal with whatever they give us. Okay, you're making sense,
I'm not trying to.
but I think it's a forever bond. I don't think it's-
I'm here.
Well, then they would have to, make a judgment against you every year for you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But I do think local income tax will help. You'll have the ability to adopt a 1.2% local income tax beginning with 2028.
So, and I'm looking at all this going, how much do we need? And we're doing a guesstimate for how much we're gonna need.
It
We
would
don't
help,
know.
it would help too if the county grew.
So
Yes, it
Yes.
would, actually, it would,
I
that's
think
your.
our goal is to create enough to make them a good budget, but not go crazy with it.
If the
Yeah.
county grows, then we gotta have more police, we gotta have a bigger school, we gotta have.
That's gonna happen if we're gonna have that's still, you never bring more money.
Am I wrong on this? No, I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic a little bit, but starting in 27 or something, don't the schools have to come to us?
Not the schools, but the townships and the libraries are gonna come and petition to you and ask you to adopt a local income tax rate for them. Municipalities with population under 3,500 will come to you.
Schools don't have to.
Schools aren't even gonna get any more local income tax,
Okay.
they're screwed.
I've been hearing about
They're
that.
screwed.
I've been hearing about
Things are,
Yes.
things
schools-
are gonna get even more confusing probably, because it's,
Yes.
this
it
year
is.
it's on the agenda for, instead of township elimination, it's township consolidation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So that'll be a big thing too. I mean, who knows where that'll end up.
We don't really have control of that.
Right. But the fire department piece of that, I think, am I correct that that funding is already going to be pulled from trustees?
Yeah.
And brought over to this side of the fence?
Yeah.
It's kind of, the way I see it is they're chipping away piece by piece at the trustees, shrinking, chipping,
They're
shrinking.
trying to
and-
force them to consolidate.
Right.
Yeah, that's,
And this will, the new legislation will force them to consolidate, because they won't be able to survive if they don't.
I'm hearing that everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was hearing the schools for that being part of that.
No, schools are pretty much screwed. They don't get any more, starting in 2028, they won't get local income tax anymore. They get a little piece of that local income tax, and they won't get any
And that's
more.
what's gonna cause the schools to have to consolidate.
Yes,
Make one
And that's
school
the
for
plan.
town.
Yes, that's what they
They
want.
told me at one time they actually had to try to write it in the law that way, but then they backed
Uh-huh.
off.
It's gonna be,
So we'll
unfortunately,
just
that's what's
squeeze
gonna
is
happen.
what they're gonna do.
Like the schools like Tenderville, they'll shut down.
Well, they'll consolidate, they can
Consolidate.
consolidate Scottsburg.
Yeah, they could, yeah.
It doesn't have to be Henryville.
I think, Fredericksburg will be in trouble too, won't they?
All of them will be. I think Scottsburg and Austin will be in trouble.
Well, yeah. And Paul's. I got an opinion on that too. I think they should have been one a long time ago.
Make things, I'm not sure consolidation always makes things cheaper, but that's
It
theory. That's the
doesn't.
theory.
It really doesn't.
That's the theory behind it. And
It is, that's the theory.
I don't agree with it. But what am I gonna do? Deal with it, right? Okay, you answered my question. You've answered a lot of questions for me today. We're out of choices.
Jennifer, can you pause that for a break, or we're still live?
You're still live. Do you need to,
Yeah, just pause it for a break, please.
So when do we need to do this bond?